フルカウンター。
Alright boys, so the global soft launch is coming very soon. If you've not been keeping up to date or haven't watched my previous videos like 2 weeks ago now, they actually confirmed that they are going to be soft launching global, but only in Canada. A lot of games do this. I think it's still a bit uncommon for gacha games to do it. And to be honest with you lot, no one wants this. Like I'll tell you right now, no content creator, no actual Canada player probably wants this. I think people even at Black Claw Mobile Global don't even want this. But it is important because right now JP and KR are not as polished as it could be, and if they were to release the game globally, the game will probably fail within the first month because there'll be nothing to do and people will probably end up leaving. So them soft launch it in Canada for a few weeks before the global release does come out, probably in September. It just means they can collect data and actually properly update the game, so when it actually releases in global, the game will be perfect and people will leave because, you know, other reasons rather than because the game is actually bad. Or nothing to do, right? Okay, so like I said, this is only going to be for Canadian players. You have to have a VPN to get into it. And from what I've been told from the global team themselves, it is going to be much harder to get into this than it is for JP and KR. So it might be possible that you might need to have a VPN all the time rather than just a VPN to make an account like how you do on KR and JP. So if you're not from Canada, it may be not worth actually playing this game. And bear in mind, your process does not carry over. So you will need to start again once the actual global release does officially come out. You can't transfer your data. The Canada server will be its own server, very similar to how we have JP and KR. So once again, it's not really worth playing, but still worth following because this is the global update. This is the global version. So what they have is what we're going to have when we actually get the official release for global. So at least for me, I'm definitely going to be playing it. I'm definitely going to be interested to see what they actually change and how they go about releasing certain characters because there has been a lot of controversy, especially with this character. So I'm very curious how they're going to handle it and if they're either going to release this character early on because she kind of ruined the game. But in the description, you can click it. This will be the iOS link and this will be the actual Google Play link if you want to try and download or pre-register for the actual Canada version. Like I said, you probably need a VPN always on, or at least, you know, it'd be hard to get into it. So I'll probably end up making a video when that comes around to see how it actually works out. I will say I don't see it on this page, but I think you can see it on your phone. But it does say the actual release date of when this is actually coming out, which should be October 31st. That is just a placeholder. That's not actually what's happening. It's just there to kind of have a date. It's probably the latest they're going to do, but they can always extend it. Once again, I still think Global will probably come out in September. I believe they're wording with the recent interview with like the actual Black Clover KR dev. They did say they're planning a lot of stuff for September, which is likely when the global release date will come out. So that's probably when it actually could come out if you're wondering. Not confirmed, but I would say that's just most likely what's going to happen, but, you know, you never know. Also, the description with the Canada server, it's, we already have an English one, but I recommend joining it because I imagine it's where all the Canada players will be, the ones actually playing the game, and once again, you want to see the stuff actually in the game, what's happening. Obviously, we'll cover it on the channel and go through all the differences from actually Canada, I guess, global, towards JP and KR. But I'd say for now, this is probably the best server to be in because at the moment, the global actual server, since the game isn't out, is, not great. I mean, look at this comment, right? Alright, so quick reminder of the Q&A they did a while ago, but we're going to be getting 10 summer tickets on total with the actual, you know, pre-registration rewards. So we're going to get around 4 multis on release, maybe a bit more with the actual gem income too. So you'll be able to reroll, hopefully get someone good straight away. I would say Lothus, but we don't know what's going to start off with, what the banner is, so we have to wait and see how that handles it. And then going over the reason why the game has been delayed. Boys, we spoke to them. I spoke to the people. They just said that the game's not ready. It's simple as that. They want to make the game better, and they realize if they release the global version right now with how KR and JP are, it's just not going to be good for the game, and the game will be kind of like Slime, where sure, the game gets better later on, but no one cares because everyone played the first game, and it wasn't as good, and people drop it, right? They're going to be making adjustments towards difficulty and reducing the grind. I mean, JP's kind of done that recently. Not really too much towards the difficulty, so I wonder how they're going to do it. I don't know how it's going to really work, to most of you lot boys, because from the sounds of it, they're going to make this game so much different compared to JP and KR. So does that mean JP and KR are just not going to change? So will Global just be the better version, or would it be the worst version? Actually, I don't know how it's going to work out, because I would imagine JP will follow suit, but I'm not entirely too sure. When will the global version come out? Honestly, I imagine it'll come out a month after Canada server because they need a few weeks to test the game and get data. So I think the month, or like three to 6 weeks, probably the earliest we can see come towards global. And the biggest one, like I said earlier on, you cannot transfer your account. Bear in mind, like I said, if you are planning to play the Canada version, because it is the global version, you actually cannot transfer your account. So you got to start again. If you play the beta, you play through that early grind. Then you had to probably do KR or maybe JP, which is a lot because it made the game even harder. So now to do on Canada server and go back towards the global server, you may burn yourself out. So I really would recommend it. Maybe get the game to see what the actual game has to offer and what has been changed. I obviously want to give you a cover on the channel. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what I do, but yeah, it's gonna be tricky to play the game again. It's gonna be a bit of a mad one. And of course, the big thing, when the global version does come out, you cannot play with Canada people or Canadian people if they are on the Canadian server. Obviously, if they use a VPN to get into the actual global server, then you can't play with them. But essentially, yeah, it's different server, different game, basically. A little bit annoying. If I was Canadian, I'd be pissed off, I think, because you're being excluded by the whole player base. It's yeah, kind of an L. So boys, that is it. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna see when it comes out. We'll probably get more information very, very soon. Generally looking forward to see what this actual Canada server is about, because if it's not different, then it's not a good look for global. So we have to wait and see. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.